No matter what your goal is, you will suffer to achieve it. So pick a goal big enough, it's worth actually suffering for. Poor people suffer, rich people suffer, single people suffer, married people suffer, entrepreneurs suffer, employees suffer. Suffering is a fixed cost of life. So pick a life worth suffering for.
But the question is, how can an entrepreneur use their pain and suffering to move towards the realization of their business vision, as opposed to allowing the pain and the suffering to derail you from achieving your business vision? In this video, I'll show you 3 steps that you can take to start utilizing the pain and the suffering that you feel so that you can start to achieve more of your business vision. You see, the problem is that many entrepreneurs are defeated by their pain and their suffering. More than the market defeating them, their audience not wanting to buy from them, their product not being good enough, more than that, it is the war that entrepreneurs have with themselves, in that their pain and suffering seems to derail them from their business objective. You see, the truth of it is, pain and suffering is just information. It's data that you can use to be able to get moving towards the business vision that you have. So before I can share with you the 3 steps that you can take to be able to utilize pain and suffering to navigate towards the achievement of your business vision, we have to first define what is pain and what is suffering, okay? Suffering is your resistance to pain. Suffering is what happens when you are not able to accept the fact that you're experiencing pain. But what is pain? Pain is your emotional and mental conditioning or programming that is being triggered as a result of your experience with the business world or with the world at large. It is how you are perceiving a situation, and your perception is influenced by how you're programmed. So therefore your results are being influenced by your perception. And often your pain will determine the decisions and the actions that you take to realize your business vision. And now, how do we actually utilize this pain and suffering so that we can achieve our business vision as entrepreneurs? So in the following, I'm going to go through the 3 steps or 3 ways that you can start to utilize your pain and suffering. Because the truth of it is this. I recently asked ChatGPT, I said, can you estimate from the knowledge you have through the worldwide of information, what sort of percentage of people are discouraged by their pain and suffering from achieving their business goals? And it came back with something quite shocking. It said between 75% to 85% guesstimated number of entrepreneurs are often going to be derailed from achieving their business goal. So let me show you how to utilize your pain and suffering. Number 1, you see, it is natural. You're conditioned to try and avoid your pain and suffering, right? When emotional and mental pain comes up, it's not a nice thing. So you want to try and avoid it. So the first way, or the first step in being able to utilize your pain and suffering is to recognize that your pain is, your suffering is just information, it's data. So it's awareness, it's giving you awareness. So the first step is to allow it to be, to allow it to exist. I call it have awareness. Do not suppress it. Do not push it away. Do not become blinded by the pain that's coming up. Allow yourself to acknowledge the pain, because it is information. It's information. And usually it is information about the incorrect way that you're perceiving a situation that is hindering you from achieving your business goal. So the first step is awareness. Allow yourself to become aware, fully grounded in the awareness of this pain and suffering so that it can give you information and data. Number 2, and this is what I teach to a lot of my entrepreneurial clients. I call it feel it. Allow yourself to become present to the pain without resisting it, i.e. suffering's not existing. Allow yourself to become present to the emotional and mental pain. If it's mental pain, it's in your head through thinking. If it's emotional pain, there is a chemical reaction in your body and you'll feel it as an emotion. So allow yourself to feel that feeling of pain. Let yourself become present with the feeling. You might feel shameful. You might feel guilty. You might feel fearful. You might feel sad. Let yourself acknowledge and feel that without resistance. But the caveat here is don't create a story around that pain. Let yourself feel it. Because when you do, something magical and miraculous is going to happen. You're going to find yourself neutralizing and letting go that emotional pain. That's the magic of not resisting emotional and mental pain. Become present with it. And finally, number 3, I want you, once you can allow yourself to not see the emotional and mental pain, the suffering, as a problem, and you become present with it and you let your conscious observation of it, it will obviously fall away. And as that triggering by your environment falls away, what happens? A natural wisdom wants to arise, an intuition will arise, the truth of the situation will arrive, where the blinkers of your perception are moved out the way and you can see the situation for what it is. So you want to acknowledge that wisdom. Most people do not get to be present with the truth of a situation because their own psychology is warping the way that they see something. But usually if you're charged or if you're triggered by something that's happened in the business world and you feel triggered, whilst you're triggered, you will not be able to get to the wisdom because the charge is psychological and it's literally blinkering you. So as you allow yourself to become present to the pain and suffering, as it falls away, as you come to peace, the natural innate wisdom of your intelligence, of your nature will come up. And when it does, you'll know the truth. And you can then, without having to force yourself to get beyond the pain and suffering, you can gently navigate it without forcing, without will, because the feeling or the thoughts have fallen away. You can just move in the direction of the decisions and the actions that you need to make to realize your vision. Because the truth of it is, most people their decisions and their actions are skewed as a result of being triggered emotionally and mentally. And that is what you want to avoid. You want to come from that space of peace. As a closing statement, I'll say this to you. Business is a vehicle for you to evolve. Evolution demands for your identity to change. In order for you to realize your business vision, your identity has to shift. How you perceive yourself has to be equal to that vision. That's the only way that you can carry your vision into reality. So that's why pain and suffering becomes an opportunity for you to evolve your sense of self. So that is what I want you to take away. If you want to achieve your business vision, I want you to realize that your identity is going to have to evolve. And that gap between your identity and your business vision is what has to be closed, and there is pain and suffering there. So I hope you can go away and start to become one with your pain and suffering. Don't resist it, so you can utilize it to move towards your business vision as opposed to being derailed. So I hope this has served you. If it has, I create lots of entrepreneurial content to help you to win the psychological battle with your mind. And if this has served you, then please do subscribe, share and like. And each week I create a video to support you in realizing your business vision. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you soon. Over and out.